fixed us some lunch. If you want to, we could have a picnic here in a little bit. I hope you like fish. I hope you like fresh cooked fish. Did you see that crappie? That's the biggest crappie that I've ever seen since I've been out here. It's about big enough for me to flay, but I'm telling you, that's a big one. It should be ready in about 30 minutes. That should be done. I'm having trouble staying connected. Hey, hon, you about ready to eat? Are you about done? I done caught the fish, cleaned the fish, and all I gotta do is cook. You know, it only takes like 3 to 4 or 5 minutes to cook fish on open fire. So, fresh caught, fresh cleaned. Gonna be fresh cooked. I was gonna make sure you was done before I put the fish on. I don't want it to be cold. I made potato salad, hush puppies, and all that before I left, you know, before we left. So it's gonna be good, man. Got some good fish, big nice ones. And coleslaw. I forgot to tell you, I made coleslaw too, the kind you like with the sugar. Here, hon, I'll cook yours first, because I got us a nice place fixed right up there in the shade under the trees. So we can have a nice relaxing meal and just relax and look at, you know, the beauty of the lake and all, and maybe talk some. But anyway, do you want a crappie or a bass? I'm going to cook yours first. That's my son, Mikey. Mike, that's Mikey. And my granddaughter and his wife, that's all. Not that I have to defend myself, but yes, it is. That is my son. He lives with us. How do you not know that? He lives in the house. His wife's the one that owns the farm. Her parents. So I don't know how you missed that. And don't ruin our lunch, please. I wanted to do something nice and like for him, and y'all just like can't let nothing be, can you? And you are correct. They do not live with me. We live with them. That's not true. I'm not trying to fool anybody. I'm trying to sit down and have a nice, freshly caught lunch, freshly cooked, and to, like, you know, just maybe have a nice day. It's Memorial Day weekend. So I was going to tell y'all tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you today, since a lot of you are soldiers. Happy Memorial's Day. So no, I was just trying to, you know, catch some fish, cook some fish, sit down, have a nice conversation, and or even just stare at each other. It don't matter. I'm not going to allow negativity to ruin this day. It is a beautiful day. And it's going to remain that way in my psyche. And also, if you don't eat fish, I'm sorry, but there's potato salad. There is homemade from scratch hush puppies, and there's coleslaw. So I mean, you know, I tried. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I don't know who's who or who's what, and I didn't know, how many people were gonna be here, and I didn't know, and I'm sorry. Maybe if I had more information, I could do better. But you know, I apologize for trying. I think I'll just probably give up because nothing I do is good enough. But I'm trying to. I mean, I'm trying to change. I'm working on but every time I do try to change and do something, I get shot down or shot or cut or threatened or hung or whatever it is y'all think that y'all doing to me. I mean, I was trying really hard, but y'all just shoot down everything I do. I said I was sorry. I don't know what else to say. In the last 5 years, not one of y'all has ever said to me, we do not eat fish. Nobody has ever said that. Y'all eat tacos, y'all eat pizza, y'all eat chicken. I mean, never once has anybody said we don't eat fish because I've never cooked fish because I never keep them. I always catch and release and try to do as much, as men. I don't use barbed hooks. I mean, but I did not know because I don't know who's who. Nobody will tell me. I mean, I know kind of who's there, but the way it sounds when I listen to it through the headphones, it I can't tell who's who. Now, I'm sorry, and it won't happen again, but I don't think it warrants some kind of death penalty. You talking about gutting me and everything else. I just, I can't. I'm sorry. That's all. And that's it. Speak on no more. I'm sorry. From now on, everything will be vegetarian or whatever. Unless you have something that you actually want. All you gotta do is tell me. I know some of you are amphibious, but even amphibians eat fish. It just didn't. It just didn't. This is the first time ever I've kept and cooked them, and I apologize. So I'm not gonna say no more on it. I think I'm gonna go here in a few minutes and make another gallon of tea and That is incorrect information. That is not true. I know. If you're hungry, let me know what you would like, and I will fix it. No, I did not knowingly or willingly do that. I can name over the last 5 years, who I willingly or that I knew about, and that I wouldn't have called, the word that I'm not going to mention. There's been a lot of stuff done to me that I was not aware of. But no, not knowingly. No, unless he was under the name of the ones I was just speaking of. No Tom. Or consciously or willingly, I did not. Not Robert. Not Pat. Not a lot of people. Very few that I consciously knew about. And if I had it to do over again, I probably wouldn't have done that. Because I learned big lessons from all that. Let me requalify what I said and explain the not knowingly. Unless I knowed him by another name. Every time that I was consensual, except for 3 times, except for 3 times in the last 5 years, every time I was consensual, I was later told that I got, and that wasn't, like, okay, I'm going to use Kevin for example. I thought that I was talking to Kevin. I thought that anyway, Lucinda told me that was Gene. Then she told me that Gene was Vincent. So, I don't know. Well, then please, by all means, correct me. Because I thought he was Kevin, and he pretty much admitted, Gene did, that he was pretending to be Kevin. Then I heard there was no Kevin. Then I still hear Kevin's name here and there, so I don't know what to think. They got me on Melvin. They had me fall in love and marry Melvin, who ended up being Lenny. And when I started talking to Gene, he didn't say anything about Lucinda, or I never would have talked to him in that manner. And so that's twice they had men convince me to fall for them, and then they had wives or women. And I would have never done that if I'd have known, especially with Lucinda. I didn't know Jennifer, but I knew Lucinda, and I respected the hell out of her, and I would not have done that to her had I known. And then Lucinda tells me that Gene is Vincent, but then everybody's saying he's not Vincent, that there's really a Vincent, but now Vincent's done went and married somebody else, so Vincent's out of the picture. Vincent was a consensual. Not at first. But the one night it started out on the wrong foot, and I just ended up just like giving in. And then Gene admitted that he was Kevin and that he had got me. And then he said he wasn't Vincent, but there was Lenny. Melvin / Lenny. There was Gene. So far has been Kevin, Gene, nope, on Pat. Nope. Unless he was Gene too. who else did I just say? Oh, Vincent. And that was it. And then everything else was not consensual. And hang on, I correct that in 1 second. And I just don't, you know, I know what I've done. I know that I'm innocent of all that, consensually or consciously. I don't know what they do to me in my sleep. They catch me in astral projection and do all kinds of shit to me. I mean, they just come in and do the things that they want to do. Well, the one more that'll stay unnamed unless you just need his name. I think everybody knows that I cared about him and still, always will. But also, not only that, they convinced me I had all these kids. Eric, Bob, David, all these kids that ended up not being mine. Now they're saying that Rain's not even mine. So, I'm sorry, but I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I've always been transparent. I don't have no reason to lie. I'm gaining nothing by not telling the truth. So, y'all was going to believe what you want to believe anyway. But I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to ruin my day. I've defended myself all I am going to. I will not defend myself anymore after this is over with. Okay, so let me just address the Jim thing. When Jim was alive in this dimension, where I'm at right now, and we were married, we never had sex but one time in all those years. Because Jim was a very sick man as far as health-wise. And Jim preferred to stay in his truck with the girls, $20, $20. So, we had more of a partnership business arrangement. It wasn't like that between us. I mean, I loved him, but being in love and loving somebody is two different things. I took care of Jim. I was a good wife to Jim. I lost Jim. And so there are days that I think that Gene pretends to be Jim. I've got a whole list of people that I have deduced down over the last 5 years that are not who they say they are. So, I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just trying to set the record straight here for those of you who are willing to not be entangled in all the drama and the false accusations that I get thrown against me every day. Because I've never tried to hide anything from y'all. Never. So, everybody there says, I wasn't conscious at my own wedding. I don't recall that. I never knew about it until y'all started telling me that I'd done it. Just like how way back in the day, y'all said I married Pop at the shop. Now, I liked Pop. I liked Pop a lot. And we had a good friendship, but y'all started saying all that kind of stuff and accusing me of stuff that I did not do. Then Gene said that me and Gene's married. Gene claims we're married. I never married Gene. Never married Gene. Matter of fact, I made it very clear. I never married Gene. I got, I done some things that I wanted to do to help people, and then I got told that person was Ball, and then I got told it wasn't Ball. I got told it was Joe. And Joe always treated me good. And Clinton. And that group. But you know what? They would even say that, well, you done this and you done that, when I knew I didn't. Not consciously. You can't just say that I done it or just write it in or edit whatever it is y'all are writing over there And it just be so. I mean, and I could be a good wife if I just knew who it was that I was supposed to belong to, and if I knew they were real and not just another character. I gotta go. I'm going, y'all. I'm going to make some tea. Oh, and I was also told that Gene was Frank. So I suspect Gene of being several other characters. He's a very good writer and he's a very good actor. But I'm done defending myself. I'm going to listen to the rest of what y'all got to say, and then I'm going to make some tea. I'm going to whip up some kind of dessert or something. I'm going to do something because I didn't even eat after all this. And, you know, I'm going to go cry. I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to go cry. I will, you know, see y'all later, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't even know. I love you. Blessings. Oh, and just for the record, I know that Gene's here. That's the one voice that I do recognize. Namaste. With potato, okay. With cheese. Maybe a little parsley. Potato soup. Okay, well, I don't have any instant. I'll have to make it from scratch, and it'll take me about 45 minutes, but I'll go start it now.